Have you ever noticed how more and more Web 2.0 websites are making their links no-follow? And we all saw the big public blog networks get de-indexed last year. Is building your own private website network by yourself too expensive and time-consuming? Within the next 3 minutes, you'll discover that FightBack Networks is the solution. And we all know that contextual links are the bomb, and that's how to rocket your website's rankings. And with FightBack Networks, you'll get contextual defollow links from websites relevant to your niche. FightBack Networks is the world's very first blog network platform. And what does this mean? It means that although FightBack Networks does contain many blog networks, it's not actually a blog network at all. It's a system for building and sharing blog networks. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. How's this different from the old blog networks that got into trouble with Google last year? Well, we should always learn from the mistakes of others. So let me show you some of the problems with the old school blog networks. Problem 1. There was one entrance point. Now this meant that all members were able to post to all websites in the network, and this means all the sites in the network were linked together and became one big fat target. The way to combat this problem is to use smaller networks that are not linked together. FightBack Networks contains many networks that have 50 to 150 sites, making them much smaller and safer. Problem 2. Every old-school network had a set of rules that applied to all websites in their network, and having the same rules everywhere creates footprints, which are the death of blog networks. Now here are some examples of the bad rules and footprints from the old networks. Allowing the same spun content over and over, having a word count of 150 words for every post, and having the same number of links in every post. And these were all footprints for Google to find. FightBack Network solves this problem too, and allows members to specify different rules for each network. Networks differ in size, PR, word count, number of members, niche, and we have many more controls and options, and this allows diversity and drastically reduces footprints. And of course, there are 0 footprints in our software and no footprints in the post or site content. Even our plugin is invisible to outsiders, even if they know where to look for it. Problem number 3. No control. With the old blog networks, you usually didn't even get link reports. There was no niche relevance, and the rules were unfair to people who entered high PR websites. FightBack Networks allows ultimate control. And in addition to the features that I mentioned earlier, you can even create or join 100% private, invite-only networks. You can also enforce unique content with Copyscape API. Problem number 4. Many of the old networks had no quality control. In FightBack Networks, we use automated and human moderation on every single post that comes through the system, and this prevents garbage content from ruining the quality of the networks. The old networks were too easy to notice, and they got caught. But FightBack Networks is a blog network platform. Lots of separate networks. If one network ever does get found by Google in the future, the others are unaffected. The sites in each network are not linked together. Now you can see more of our options and features in the next short video. Avoid the expenses of private, personal networks by sharing with others. Get contextual links, the best backlinks, from hundreds of niche relevant websites. Have control of where your content goes. Keep your link building activity under the radar. Work less. New in version 3 is our auto content. We create unique seeded content for you so you don't have to write or outsource your SEO articles. FightBack Networks, SEO 2.0.